Hi, this is Rich Trout of the UCSF Library and Center for Knowledge Management. It's June 9th, 2011, and I was supposed to present at today's IT Forum meeting, but we ran out of time and I got bumped to next month. Instead of waiting until next month, I'm going to upload my presentation to YouTube, which you're watching right now, and it will be available on demand. So, I want to talk to the UCSF IT community and the UCSF community at large, for that matter, about the mobile web framework. And I want to show a couple demos of things you may not have seen it do, and I want to explain why it's awesome. So the mobile web framework is what powers our mobile website right now. If you go to m.ucsf.edu, you'll see about 2 months ago it got a makeover of sorts. It has a couple things. In fact, maybe I'll just pull up really quick. Looks a little something like that. Most people are familiar with our shuttle and directory applications, and a lot of people use the fitness application, etc., etc. Okay, so I have a little hidden part of the site up right now. It's a tour that I put together as a proof of concept of the permanent art exhibits at the UCSF Library. So, you can sort of see what it looks like. It has these nifty little transitions. If you pull this up, if you go to m.ucsf.edu/tour on an iPad or any tablet for that matter, or a smartphone, you don't have to hit the next or previous button. You can use swipe. It's very satisfying. I definitely recommend trying that. This is the umbilic torus. This is my favorite artwork in the permanent collection at the library. An umbilic torus is a shape that has just one edge, so it's pretty cool. Anyway, this is the torus. As you can see, it has. You can imagine doing different things with it. You can throw some text at the bottom. I'd be thrilled if University Relations, for example, wanted to do a tour of the of the campuses and provide a bunch of photos and text. I'd be so down with that. Okay, moving along. We launched Maps a few months ago, and it was a little bit problematic. I mean, they worked and everything, but they didn't work great. And now they kind of work pretty good. So I wanted to show them a little bit. You can see that pulls up the pathways imagery, and if you scroll off of the pathways map onto the Google map, it kind of maintains a very similar look and feel. So that's kind of nice, and it doesn't take forever to load anymore like it used to, because I've tiled the map, but that's a whole other story. You can zoom way in, and the picture is still pretty clean. So, some interesting features, though. If you're looking for the library, oh, there's the Kalmanovitz Library. Oh, that's great. I wonder what it looks like from the street. Maybe I'll just drag this guy down and plop him on Parnassus and see what happens. There's the Kalmanovitz Library. Fabulous. When doing these presentations, I often like to show one or two things that don't work very well, and so here's an issue we have that I'm not sure if it's something that needs to be resolved or not, and how we're going to resolve it if we need to. But notice I just searched for Health Sciences West, which is where the IT Forum meeting was today. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So here's Health Sciences West on the map, but the marker is all the way over here. And let's see, it's not one big building. What's going on there? And I don't think what's happening is that they're telling you that if you want to find Health Sciences West, you need to go talk to this guy on this phone here. I think what's happening, well, I can tell you, I know exactly what's happening actually, and it is that when we got the latitude and longitude for the buildings that we have in the location list from the planning department, they provided us with the American with Disabilities Act, the ADA compliant entrance for each building. And I can understand the logic, it totally makes sense, but it presents this little bit of a usability challenge, that the marker does not land on the building where you need to go all the time. Something for us to all think about, perhaps, or not. Okay, so I'm going to reload this because something got a little wonky there. Okay, so why it's awesome? Okay, so the Mobile Web Framework was a UCLA initiative to improve UCLA's mobile web presence. And San Francisco, UCSF, UCLA, UCSD, and UC Irvine have jumped on board, so now it's a UC-wide initiative. There's 5 of us using it and contributing code and all that sort of stuff. And more recently, it has become an open source project available to anyone who wants to use it for commercial or non-commercial purposes. You can find out more about it at the link there. But why is it awesome? Well, if you want to have your content appear in a mobile or tablet optimized web page, all you need to do to get a consistent UCSF look and feel is use use one link for the style sheet, another script tag for some JavaScript, and just make sure your HTML code is follows a couple of very straightforward rules, and it all just happens by magic. And it maintains web standards, and you get all these navigation and presentation goodies like the swiping and all that stuff. It all just happens. So lastly, you don't have to host it on our server, but I'm happy to put it on m.ucsf.edu. But if you want to control it, well, you can host it, and it'll still maintain the same look and feel and integrate cleanly with m.ucsf.edu and all that stuff. It doesn't matter where it is, etc., etc. It's free. We've already got it. I've got it set up, and I want your content. So that's why I'm giving this little talk. Anyway, if you have questions or you want to get in touch with me, I'm richard.trott@ucsf.edu, and thanks for watching.